I said move the flowers towards the fountain. Roses facing outwards. You just... moved them out. Just bring it back. I'll do it myself. Yes, I'm serious. No, it's okay. It's fine. Just go help Louise with... Yeah, thanks. Hey, you scared me. You can't scare me like that. But hi. Oh wow, you look great. It's been a long, long time, hasn't it? Yes. Yes, it's been too long. How are you? What's going on? What's going on here? Well, see, I would be at the wedding ceremony, but because our friend, the soon-to-be husband, knew that I do flowers, floral arrangements, and all that, he and his wife to be in the next, 3 hours? They asked me to be the florist for their reception, and so I'm here. Yep, it's what I've been doing for the past, actually, a year and a half now. Beforehand, I was doing a lot of other things, but this was just a passion that I kept coming back to. Move the flowers. No, don't bring... Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Just being in charge of this whole thing is a bit overwhelming. Yep. Yeah, I was always the one to want to do things on my own. Having to trust, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 people to move all of these flowers around? I mean, don't get me wrong, I need their help, but unless they know exactly what I have in mind, it's a pain in the neck, which it currently is. So, what about you? I know you were invited to the wedding. I took a sneak peek at the guest list. Don't ask how I did. A magician never reveals their secrets. Anyway, you're supposed to be there. Why did you skip it? You wanted to see if you could help? Yeah, I was going to say, since when were you always willing to help me with anything? I know, I'm just teasing. You always said that you never really wanted to help me because you were afraid that I would get frustrated. Which, I mean, it has happened maybe once or twice. But it's not a thing that's... Yeah, exactly. It's not exactly me. You know that. Alright. All of the flowers are out. And they actually turn the roses facing perfectly. Oh. Sometimes yelling does help. Not like I'm much of a yeller. Never was, but if it helps direct, then it helps direct. So, how are you? We have a good 45 minutes to an hour before people start to show up. How have you been? Hold on. Hold that thought. What? Really? You guys... Fine, okay. Bring them over here and I will just rearrange them, okay? Can you believe that? They just totally messed up the bouquet for the centerpiece of the table that the bride and groom are sitting at for dinner. How? How can you do that? Sometimes, like I said, if you need something done, you do it yourself. Thank you. No, you guys are done. Thank you so much. Just next time be a little careful. Okay, now back to my best friend one of my two. You don't mind that I work on this last bouquet, right? I mean, it is for the wedding and it needs to be perfect. Thanks. So, what's new with you? How's life? How's your family? How's... Oh, let's start with, since we're at a wedding, how's your love life? Are you seeing anyone? Or are you still single, mingle, Pringle? Or is it a single Pringle ready to mingle? The second one? Yeah, that. Where are you at right now? I see. So no luck. Oh, no, I'm not calling you any names. You know that. Why? Well, just because love hasn't worked out for you yet doesn't mean that it never will. No, I haven't been drinking much champagne. I haven't even touched a drop of it yet. I need my mind to be completely clear and focused for this project. So getting tipsy isn't going to work. I'm serious though. You shouldn't worry so much. Why are you worried though? Is there something going on? Oh. You're just afraid of ending up alone. Well, that is completely understandable to be afraid of that. Of course it's understandable. Fear of being alone and isolated, especially, are one of the top fears that people have. I mean, we are social creatures to begin with, so when things don't always go our way, both friendship-wise and romantically, of course we're to start going to bad thoughts in our heads and worry about how we'll end up. But you are a truly wonderful person. You shouldn't be worried. Just because things didn't work out here and there, it doesn't mean you're destined to be alone forever. But no, I'm not even talking about having me or them, our husband-to-be friend, as the people who will always be there for you, although we will. I can say more about myself than him, though. We'll see how his wife is. But really, you shouldn't worry. Yes, even in the words of romance, you will not be alone forever. Maybe now is just not the right time. Regardless of age or what life position you're at, as long as you're taking care of yourself, as long as you're working towards a betterment of yourself, I know you'll find someone. Or they will find you. Either way, you shouldn't give up. Yes, you are very different, but that's not bad. Take this rose, for example. This black rose. Very gorgeous, isn't it? Yes, I'm a bit of a goth, so what? Just listen to my point. This is a black rose. It grows in a very isolated place. They're extremely rare, and I had to work extremely hard to be able to get all of them, to fit all of these bouquets all along these wedding tables for it was a grueling process, I can promise you that, but holding one in my hand, seeing how beautiful it is, it was totally worth it. You, my friend, may very well be like this black rose, a very special rose, one that you're keeping yourself hidden from the beauties of what other people can give you. Obviously, you're not really doing it on purpose, but because of your past experiences, you're just keeping yourself hidden. You're isolated, hard to find, just like this black rose. You got to believe that you will be found. And trust me, the right person is going to find you. No, I don't think you should worry. Not at all. I don't even think you should focus on it. Love will come when love is ready. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's just not your time yet. Maybe the universe is cultivating you to become the most special rose to ever bloom in this world of garden. And at the same time, they are working on cultivating the rare, beautiful, special rose, or rose picker, I suppose, that is meant for you. Regardless of who you think you are, your age, intelligence, all of that, background, status, appearance, there's somebody out there for everybody. You need to believe that. I know that there's somebody out there for you. And it may be closer to you than you expect. I wouldn't know. I'm not exactly a love expert. However, our friend who was about to get married was going through the same things that you were about a year and a half ago before, literally right before he met his future wife. So you can't give up. I know you're afraid of being alone, but you'll never be alone. And even if romance isn't always going to work out in the beginning, you know I'll always be here. Your old best friend from high school and college, and now early to mid adulthood. I'm not sure what you would call us, but we're in there somewhere. Either way, you're a wonderful person. Don't let the fact that you haven't got a lover right now get you down. It doesn't mean you're not lovable. It just means the right person isn't here for you yet. Yes, I'm extremely optimistic. I mean, I never give up on love. I told our friend not to, and look where he is now. Then look where I am now. About to put the last rose in this beautiful bouquet for his wedding. See? Look at how beautiful that is. It took months of planning to make the perfect bouquet, but I think this symbolizes their love very well. What do I mean? Well, you see these carnations over here. They're kind of like the background. They're beautiful, but they're somewhat, well, in the background for a reason. The black rose is in the center, front and center, because it is from a dark place that these two, our friend and his wife-to-be, actually found love. You're both going through a hard time, thinking that they will never find true love. And then, suddenly, in the hallways, they literally ran into each other. Yeah, you know how the story goes. They bumped into each other. It wasn't love at first sight, but they let their love grow and grow. They nurtured it, took care of it over these, year and a half. This year and a half, I should say. And look at them now. About to get married. And, well, actually, looking at my watch, they just got married. But just like them, just like this bouquet that shows that love can grow through the different rows of roses, flowers that mirror each other, it doesn't mean that your love life is going to be stuck at that black rose. Your love will come. You'll find someone. They'll find you. And you will both take your time to let your love grow just as strongly. I believe in it. I believe in you. You truly are a great and wonderful person. You don't give yourself enough credit. I'm sure in time, the right person is going to come to you. You'll both live happily ever after. Yes, I'm still in that happily ever after Disney phase, a phase that has been around since high school. But I mean it. Don't give up just because things aren't always going your way. You won't end up alone. I promise you. You're too wonderful for that. And I'll always be here for you. You know this? You're welcome. I do hope that it helped, even though I do tend to have very strange metaphors to explain things. I just hope I got the message across. I did? Whew, thank God. Well, now that this last bouquet is done, and it's right on the table that it's supposed to be. Let's see. There. Centered perfectly. You and I can just relax until all of the wedding guests and the brides, the bridesmaids, the bride herself and the groom and all them arrive for the big reception. Hey, why don't we both, find a little bit of that champagne we were talking about earlier and take a couple of early celebration sips. Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine with it, as long as we only take a few sips and not an entire bottle. Besides, I know where they keep all of the drinks. Come on then,